In 1963, Hollywood delivered one of its most ambitious and visually stunning war dramas, 55 Days at Peking. Directed by Nicholas Ray and starring Charlton Heston, Ava Gardner, and David Niven, this historical epic transports audiences to the heart of the 1900 Boxer Rebellion, a tumultuous chapter in Chinese history. The film captures the harrowing 55-day siege of foreign legations in Beijing, where a small international force faced overwhelming odds against the nationalist Boxer movement. With its grand set pieces, masterful performances, and an unforgettable orchestral score by Dmitri Tiomkin, 55 Days at Peking remains a landmark of 1960s cinema. But how well does it hold up today? Let's dive into this classic film, exploring its story, characters, production challenges, and the controversies that have shaped its legacy. The Boxer Rebellion, also known as the Hechuan Movement, was a violent anti-foreign and anti-Christian uprising that took place in China between 1899 and 1901. The rebellion was fueled by widespread resentment toward foreign influence, particularly the economic and political encroachment of Western powers and Japan. The Boxers, a secret society known as the Righteous and Harmonious Fists, sought to expel foreigners and eradicate Christian influence from China. Their slogan, "Support the Qing, Destroy the Foreigners," reflected their nationalist fervor and loyalty to the Qing dynasty. The rebellion reached its peak in the summer of 1900, when the Boxers laid siege to the International Legation Quarter in Beijing. This area housed the diplomatic missions of several foreign powers, including the United States, Britain, France, Germany, and Japan. For 55 days, the foreign diplomats, military personnel, and Chinese Christians trapped inside the legation quarter endured relentless attacks, starvation, and disease. The siege became a symbol of resistance and survival, as the vastly outnumbered defenders held out against the Boxers and the imperial forces of the Empress Dowager Cixi, who had tacitly supported the rebellion. The Boxer Rebellion was not merely a clash of cultures, but a reflection of the broader geopolitical tensions of the time. China, weakened by internal strife and foreign exploitation, was struggling to maintain its sovereignty. The Qing dynasty, led by the Empress Dowager Cixi, was caught between the demands of the Boxers and the pressure from foreign powers. The rebellion ultimately ended with the signing of the Boxer Protocol in 1901, which imposed heavy reparations on China and further entrenched foreign influence in the country. 55 Days at Peking opens with a sense of foreboding as tensions rise in the International Legation Quarter. The foreign diplomats and military personnel are initially unaware of the growing threat posed by the Boxers, but it soon becomes clear that they are in grave danger. The film wastes no time plunging the audience into the chaos of the siege, as the Boxers launch their first attack on the legation quarter. From this point on, the story unfolds as a desperate struggle for survival, with the defenders facing overwhelming odds and dwindling resources. Charlton Heston stars as Major Matt Lewis, an American Marine officer tasked with leading the defense of the legation quarter. Heston, known for his commanding presence and roles in epic films like Ben-Hur and El Cid, brings his signature grit and authority to the role. Major Lewis is a classic Hollywood hero, brave, resourceful, and unwavering in the face of adversity. His leadership becomes a rallying point for the defenders as he organizes the resistance and inspires hope in the darkest moments. David Niven plays Sir Arthur Robertson, the British ambassador and a key figure in the diplomatic efforts to maintain unity among the foreign powers. Niven's portrayal of Robertson is refined yet determined, embodying the stoic resolve of a seasoned diplomat. His character serves as a counterbalance to Heston's more action-oriented Major Lewis, highlighting the importance of both military and diplomatic strategies in the fight for survival. Ava Gardner delivers a nuanced performance as Baroness Natalie Ivanov, a Russian aristocrat caught between her past and the chaos surrounding her. Gardner's character adds a touch of elegance and romance to the gritty war drama, though her role feels somewhat underdeveloped. Baroness Ivanov's interactions with Major Lewis and Sir Arthur Robertson provide moments of emotional depth, but her character ultimately serves more as a symbol of grace under pressure than a fully fleshed-out individual. The film also features Flora Robson as the Empress Dowager Cixi, the de facto ruler of China during the Boxer Rebellion. Robson's portrayal of Cixi is both regal and menacing, capturing the complexity of a leader who must navigate the treacherous waters of imperial politics. However, the film's depiction of Cixi has been criticized for oversimplifying her role in the rebellion. In reality, her position was far more precarious, as she sought to balance the demands of the Boxers with the need to maintain her own power. One of the most striking aspects of 55 Days at Peking is its visual grandeur. The film's sets were painstakingly recreated in Spain, with Peking's grand architecture brought to life in jaw-dropping detail. The International Legation Quarter, with its ornate buildings and bustling streets, feels like a living, breathing world. The attention to detail extends to the costumes, props, and even the smallest background elements, creating an immersive experience that transports viewers to 1900 Beijing. The film's massive battle sequences are a testament to Hollywood's golden age of practical effects. From the explosive assaults on the Legation Quarter to the intense hand-to-hand combat scenes, the action is both thrilling and visceral. The sheer scale of these sequences is awe-inspiring, with hundreds of extras, elaborate stunts, and meticulously choreographed fights. The climactic battle, in which the defenders launch a daring counterattack against the Boxers, is a masterclass in epic filmmaking. Dmitri Tiomkin's orchestral score adds another layer of grandeur to the film. The music swells during the battle scenes, heightening the tension and excitement, while quieter moments are underscored by haunting melodies that evoke the desperation and resilience of the characters. Tiomkin's score is both sweeping and intimate, perfectly complementing the film's emotional beats. Despite its visual splendor, 55 Days at Peking was plagued by numerous challenges during production. The film's budget ballooned to over $10 million, making it one of the most expensive productions of its time. The decision to shoot in Spain, rather than on location in China, added to the logistical complexities. The elaborate sets and large-scale battle sequences required meticulous planning and coordination, often leading to delays and cost overruns. Director Nicholas Ray, known for his work on Rebel Without a Cause, faced significant health issues during the production. His deteriorating condition forced him to leave the project before filming was completed, leaving the final stages of production in the hands of uncredited co-directors and producers. This lack of a singular vision is evident in some of the film's uneven pacing and narrative choices. The casting of Ava Gardner also proved to be a point of contention. Gardner, who was initially reluctant to take on the role, reportedly clashed with the producers over her character's limited development. Despite these challenges, Her performance remains one of the film's highlights, showcasing her ability to convey vulnerability and strength in equal measure. While 55 Days at Peking captures the intensity and drama of the Boxer Rebellion, it takes significant liberties with historical accuracy. The film leans heavily into Western heroics, portraying the defenders of the legation quarter as noble and selfless, while the Boxers are depicted as fanatical and barbaric. This simplistic good versus evil narrative overlooks the complexities of the rebellion, including the legitimate grievances of the Chinese people and the imperialist policies that fueled their anger. The film's portrayal of the Empress Dowager Cixi has also been criticized for reducing her to a one-dimensional villain. In reality, Cixi's support for the Boxers was driven by a desire to maintain her own power and resist foreign domination. Her role in the rebellion was far more nuanced than the film suggests, and her eventual decision to suppress the Boxers highlights the precarious nature of her position. Additionally, the film glosses over the diplomatic intricacies and motivations behind the Boxer Rebellion. The foreign powers' exploitation of China's resources and their imposition of unequal treaties are largely ignored, as is the internal strife within the Qing court. By focusing on the siege from the perspective of the foreign defenders, the film sidelines the Chinese perspective, perpetuating a Eurocentric view of history. Despite its historical inaccuracies and production challenges, 55 Days at Peking remains a significant achievement in the realm of epic filmmaking. Its breathtaking visuals, powerful performances, and sweeping score make it a must-watch for fans of historical dramas and classic cinema. The film's portrayal of heroism and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds continues to resonate with audiences, even as its flaws and controversies invite critical reflection. In the decades since its release, 55 Days at Peking has been re-evaluated by historians and film scholars. While its depiction of the Boxer Rebellion is far from perfect, it serves as a valuable artifact of 1960s Hollywood and its approach to historical storytelling. The film's grand scale and ambitious vision reflect the era's fascination with epic narratives and larger-than-life characters. The question of whether 55 Days at Peking holds up today is a complex one. On one hand, the film's technical achievements and cinematic spectacle remain impressive, even by modern standards. The practical effects, elaborate sets, and orchestral score are a testament to the artistry and craftsmanship of Hollywood's golden age. The performances by Charlton Heston, David Niven, and Ava Gardner are equally compelling, bringing depth and humanity to their characters. On the other hand, the film's historical inaccuracies and Eurocentric perspective are difficult to ignore. In an era where audiences demand more nuanced and inclusive portrayals of history, 55 Days at Peking falls short. Its portrayal of the Boxer Rebellion as a straightforward conflict between good and evil oversimplifies a complex and multifaceted event, while its sidelining of the Chinese perspective perpetuates outdated stereotypes. Ultimately, 55 Days at Peking is a film of contradictions, visually magnificent, but historically controversial, filled with incredible performances, yet marred by a troubled production. It may not be the most accurate depiction of the Boxer Rebellion, but it remains an iconic war film that showcases the grandeur of classic Hollywood epics. For lovers of historical dramas with action, romance, and large-scale battles, this is one to add to your watch list. What do you think of 55 Days at Peking? Does it still hold up today? Or does its historical inaccuracy overshadow its cinematic achievements? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more classic film reviews.